You ready? Good. Um, Everybody has a little bit of understanding about what meditation is, and there's all kinds of meditations and forms of it. Just to add a little tiny bit to it, there's this thing inside of every one of us called attention. And it's your awareness or your consciousness, and you put it anywhere you want. Like, I can ask everybody to look over here towards this vat, and your attention goes over there. Or you look at your hand, and your attention goes down there. Or you look over at Lane, and our attention goes over there. Or we can put our attention anywhere we choose. Now, the question is, what is that attention? Now, a lot of times, it's just pure intellect or mental process where we put our attention someplace and we judge what we see, and when we look at that thing, we're judging what we believe that we see from what we've been taught for a long period of time, from when we were little tiny kids till the present. Now, our lives are so that in the Western world, most of the time our attention is exterior to ourselves, or our attention is someplace on our body rather than, say, within inside of it someplace. Because we don't know where to put our attention inside of our body. It's either on the exterior surface of our skin or within our foot or one of our organs, or our headaches, or we see something pretty or we see something ugly, and we have all of this attention that's exterior to this thing that's supposedly within inside of us. Now, some people say that you have a spirit or a soul or some kind of energy force inside of you. And we won't necessarily try to put a term on it here today, whether it's a spirit or a soul or an energy force. Did you have a question, Lane? Oh, everybody's been raising their hand today at different times, and I've been asking them if they had questions, and they really haven't had questions. Anyway, this process that we go through in evolution, we get to a certain point of evolution where we reach a fulfillment to the extent that all the things that we look at out there in the world, or even our own body, we say to ourselves, I'm sort of really fulfilled with those things. Those things begin to bore me. There's nothing out there anymore that seems like it can hold my attention so strongly that it's going to prevent me from looking inside of myself and see if there's something inside of there. So throughout the ages, different techniques have been taught of what's been called meditation generally. And most everybody who probably sees this tape or is here today has heard the word meditation before and has some kind of belief system about what it is, or some kind of practice already about what it is. Everything in nature and in creation is a vibration. It's a form of a vibration. The gross, real subtle, heavy vibrations form matter, and the lighter vibrations form energy. Science can demonstrate this to us today. Now, what happens is we turn our attention towards, or that energy thing within ourselves, matter, or we look through our eyes and we listen with our ears and we put our wishes and wants and attention out on the gross vibrations. What happens is we resonate on those vibrations, and they come back into us, and this thing inside of us, whatever it is, resonates with whatever we see or whatever our attention is on. So this fulfillment that takes place in evolution, where one gets satisfied with all the chocolates you can eat, or all the fish burgers you can eat, or all of the people you can meet, or all the things that you can do, you will go someplace on the planet, because everybody arrives at their particular place in time, and they will learn some form of meditation. And this meditation will allow them to turn their attention back within themselves. Now, within Summum, we initially teach a meditation that we give you a word of power. And this word of power has a vibration to it. And when you say this word of power, this vibration resonates inside of you, and it raises the frequency of the vibration within yourself. Now, each word of power is chosen individually for the people that they're given to. And you're also given a crystal, a quartz crystal that's part of the crystals that are stored in the apex of the pyramid. And the pyramid also, because of its design, resonates at a particular frequency. And as long as you have this crystal and you use this word of power in your meditation, we also give you what we call the nectar publication of meditation. And imbued within the nectar itself is a resonation. When you swallow it and you take it into your body, a resonation goes totally throughout your body, which changes your vibratory state. And what it does is allows you to turn your attention that you've been putting outside, inside very easily. And all of a sudden, after you practice the meditation for a period of time, you discover there's something in there. And this is the whole purpose of meditation. Some people call it self-realization. What that self-realization means is that there's a real self inside of you, or a spirit or a soul, and all of a sudden you realize that it's there. Instead of continuing to identify yourself with all the things that you see exterior to yourself, or identifying yourself with your body, you discover that there's something beyond or inside of all of that. This self-realization, or this turning to the spirit within, allows the spirit within, or the self within, or the soul within to gain energy then. Because wherever you put your attention, it gains energy. You'll notice that people are able to put their attention on a finger or their hand and raise the body heat by a few degrees within one particular part of their body. Because wherever you put your attention is where energy goes. Because your attention is your energy source. So if you turn your attention into your spirit or your soul, what you do is you add life force to your spirit or your soul, and it becomes stronger and stronger, and it starts to live. And all of a sudden, it starts to gain a greater importance to you than the exterior things in the world. The wishes and wants that you had, for example, that you had to have this brand new Corvette, it loses a little bit of its need. You don't have to have that anymore. And your desires turn within yourself, to within your soul, to your heaven within. Like Christ said, store up your treasures in heaven and not on earth. Store up your energy inside your soul rather than out there in the material objects of the world. You can gather up all the materialism of the world and store it in your house, and it isn't going to do anything for your spirit within inside of you. You can go out and chase all the things on the planet that you would like, and nothing will ever happen to your spirit within you, because you're putting your energy out, or your attention exterior to you, rather than within your soul. Questions right here. Do you have a question, John? No questions? That's fine. I must have done a great job explaining it.